Thank you, thank you. Oh, God. All right, here we go, here we go. Let's go ahead and mirror this. Come on in, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. Did I mirror this correctly? Can I read it? No, it's backwards. All right, so we got that, and then let me make it bigger so I can watch the comments. All right, everybody, come on in. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I am Maggie the Substitute Teacher. Come on in. Make sure you are tapping and sharing. This is FoodtokTV, where we have different cooking content every day of the week. And on Fridays, you all are with me. I am your substitute teacher because I cook with sugar substitutes, dairy substitutes, and gluten substitutes. And I actually want to redeem myself. Last week, we did some brownies. Struggle. Last week, we did some brownies, and they weren't great, but I've been doing a few improvements. So we're going to make some sweet recipes today. I actually have one of my day one scholars who reached out and said, I want one of those. And I can't send him the struggle dry brownies. So I saw some other recipes that he's approved. So we are going to make all kind of chocolate delights today. So if you're team sweet, today is for you. Thank you all so much for being here. We got 5 people tapping like. Let's see if we can get up to, let's say 50. All right. So where do we want to start today? I have several no-bake dessert recipes. If you all were with me last week, we cooked in the air fryer, we cooked in the oven, and both of them were like, okay. So I do want to do some regular brownies. I think I'll do some regular brownie bites for him in the air fryer. I washed my little silicone. So let's go ahead and put those in the air fryer. And then I'll show you all, we have like a peanut butter and jelly chocolate treat. We have a Reese's bar. Oh, so many good things, you all. But we're just going to start with regular brownies. So come on in. I am going to put these in the air fryer. I was at the dollar store earlier today. No substitutes here. We just got regular Betty Crocker fudge brownie mix, because if the struggle recipes, if the substitute recipes that I make for him are not up to snuff, I want to be able to ship out some proper brownies, okay? So all you need here, I think, is milk, water, and egg. Oh, oil, water, and egg, all right? So put the oven at 350. I'm not doing that. We're actually going to make these in the air fryer. So let me get my tray, just regular old school brownies. And then if you are with us last week, I think we topped some with chocolate chips. We topped some with flaky salt. We topped some with nuts. And then I think peanut butter chips. And y'all remember, those were expired. Oh, goodness gracious. But come on in, sit back and relax. I'm taking my time. I am not a cooker. I am a baker. I'm sorry. I'm not a baker. I'm a cooker. So I'm already struggling here. Aw, thank you so much, Nancy, for the gifts. You are too kind. Thank you for the compliment. So let's go ahead and preheat this. It says 350, but I just pressed the cake button. We're going to do 320. So let's see how we feel today. I got at least 3 recipes I want to do for you all. Maybe 4, maybe 5, including this one. All right. So just all kind of chocolate treats. And depending on how good they are, you know, every once in a while I'll do Happy Mail. And if you see something you like, I'll ship it to you for free. I don't mind. All right, so let's see. Heat oven to 350. We're doing 320. All right. We're going to aluminum or glass pan. I'm actually using neither. I am going to use this silicone. I guess this is like a muffin tin substitute. I don't know. But we used this last week for the struggle brownies, and they released really cleanly. All right. So we're just going to put it in there. All right. So we just got some regular fudge brownie mix made with Dutch cocoa. So I'm feeling fancier already. So we're dumping that in the bowl. Step 1. Oh, thank you so much for the hearts, Rachel. Y'all, we're already up to 434 likes. Let's see if we can get to 500. Thank you all so much for being here. Welcome to FoodtokTV. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie the Substitute Teacher. Okay, so grease the bottom only of an 8-inch square pan. I got some cooking spray. Let's do that. I have this Pam saute and grill. Maybe it's authentic, maybe it's not, y'all. We figure this out as we go. I am not a professional chef, all right? So we're just gonna, I don't even think you need that on silicone, but it said grease the bottom of the pan. So if you're just coming in, I have some substitute recipes that we are gonna make for one of my day one scholars. However, in case they're all an epic fail, I want to be able to ship out some actual brownies for him. All right, so we're just making regular brownies, and then we're going to get into the substitute ones. All right, so we've got our air fryer preheated. It's supposed to be the oven, but you'll be all right. Sorry. We greased the pan. Then we're going to put in the brownie mix. Oil. How much oil? 1/3 of a cup of vegetable oil. I don't know if I have 1/3 of a cup of vegetable oil, but I did find some olive oil. So we've got 1/3 of a cup here. I found some olive oil in the pantry. Use whatever oil you like. Coconut oil, vegetable oil. This is not the oil wars. I am not the food police, but you know, some people don't like vegetable oil, especially if it's synthetic and all that bad stuff. Do what works for you. All right, so we're gonna go in with the oil, and I'm using vegetable oil. So let's say these are gonna be a little bit fancier. All right, thank you so much for the badges. Thank you, Karen. Thank you all for the gifts. We're over 1,300 likes. Let's see if we can get to 1,500. Welcome to FoodtokTV. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I am Maggie the Substitute Teacher. We're making chocolate delights. We're making Happy Mail for one of my biggest sponsors who saw our struggle post last week and said he wanted some. But y'all, I still ate them, but they were not great. I'm not even gonna lie. Hello, Rachel. Okay, so 1/3 of a cup of oil, 2 tablespoons of water. We can do that. I got water. All right. Again, we're just doing a very simple dollar store Betty Crocker packet mix. So we got 2 tablespoons. We're gonna get some water from the struggle faucet. All right, so we're gonna add the water into the brownie mix. All right, make sure y'all can see. And then, make sure everybody can see. Here we go. And then 1 egg. I have an egg. I actually had 1 egg left. I have more, but this is the last of this package, okay? So we're gonna crack an egg in here, and then we're just gonna mix and pour. What does it say? Stir 50 times. Y'all can count. I'm not counting. This is why baking stresses me out, because you have to be so precise. Who counts how many times you stir? I'm not doing that. Watch me do it. Let me get my hands clean and get a spoon. All right, and we'll have a little chat while I'm stirring. Let's see. All right, getting a spoon with a long handle. Let me know if I need to get that wooden spoon out for you all. Hello, Ravens lady. So come on in, everybody. We are starting with the foolproof brownies. And then I have some real recipes that came up in my feed that I want to make for you all right? So today we are making several chocolate treats. And if you missed last week, the recap, I ordered some pea protein, this plant protein bake, and it was supposed to be these great fudgy brownies. I'm not gonna lie, you all, it smelled like vegetables, which is not bad, but you know, it just, that's not what you kind of think about. If you're gonna hide vegetables in your recipes, they need to be kind of hidden, right? All right, I didn't count. I feel like I should count. Anyway, we made some struggle brownies. It was a 2-ingredient recipe. You were supposed to add this stuff, no, 3 ingredients with cocoa powder, which it was cacao powder, and I didn't have it. I bought some this time, which y'all said was even more bitter than cocoa powder, and applesauce. And I baked them. You know when you have those desserts that are like healthy desserts, and they taste good, but you kind of gotta choke them down, you need some milk? It was kind of like that, y'all. And so I don't mind. For me, I'll struggle through a bad recipe, but when I'm cooking for other people, I like to give you all the best, all right? So I don't know if this is stirred up 70 times, 50 times, but we've got our protein, what is this, brownie batter ready to go, all right? So we're just making regular fudge brownie bites for one of my biggest sponsors who said he wanted some. And so I love cooking for y'all. We're gonna make these and I'm gonna ship them to him. So I have our little silicone mold. I'm just gonna put these in here. Try to do it equal. Let me get, I don't want it to mess up. Let me see if I get a little ladle or something so it's a little bit less sloppy. And we're gonna put these in the air fryer to cook or bake or whatever. And then we're gonna go on. So let me tell you all what we're making today. I saw 3 recipes that if we have time, I wanna try for you all. Is that a Pampered Chef air fryer, Jessica? No, sweetheart. This one is Walmart. It's Pampered Walmart. This is Power XL. So this is just a Walmart air fryer. And those of y'all that are my day ones have been with me through the struggle air fryer. You know who you are. When I started my cooking channel, I had an air fryer that somebody said was singing like old Negro spirituals. It just needed some time to warm up. And y'all know when you have something that's got a fan and it's kind of making that buzzing sound and you're like, what is that? But once it got to temperature, it was fine. Look, I know all the appliances in your kitchen are in great repair, but we were struggling. So I have very generous sponsors in my community, and not only was our air fryer replaced, but one of our sponsors replaced the entire kitchen. So we have, what is this, Samsung everything? And of course I look away and make a mess. So I'm very, very grateful. So this is why it's the least I can do to make some sweet treats for the hardworking fellas. Is that a PC air fryer? No, it's just from Walmart. The brand is whatever I said. I don't remember, y'all. Let me get these in here and get these in the air fryer. So these are just going to be some brownie bites, and let's do some flaky salt on one, and then I'll get some nuts on the other. All right. Let me get a spatula and really scrape this down. And this is going to go in the air fryer. The air fryer is just an oven with a fan. You probably, should bake if you want. If you're making perfect cakes and you want it to cook evenly, I would definitely recommend the oven. I don't like to turn on the oven if I don't have to. I don't know. I guess I just use it for storage and I don't really want to empty it out. But hello, Melissa. Oh my gosh, we're over 4,000 likes. Thank you all for tapping and sharing. Welcome to FoodtokTV. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I am Maggie the Substitute Teacher, and I got some sweet treats we're going to make today. We're going to make a Reese's peanut butter bar, I think it is. We're going to make a peanut butter and jelly chocolate delight. I think I have some no-bake brownie bites that I want to make. So sit back and relax. I'm going to take my time tonight. But I'm making just regular brownies to ship out because in case everything is a fail, I want to make sure we have something nice. Have I ever made these struggle recipes before? No. Why would I do that? I like to come on here and do it with you all. All right. So since this batter had egg in it, we're not going to lick this. I think you can eat raw eggs if you want to, but we're not going to, all right? Trust me, when you can lick the bowl, I'll let you lick the bowl. We're all at 4,700 likes. Let's see if we can get to 5,000, all right? Tap and share. So let's clean as we go. Mom said clean as we go, and I'm just going to wipe the silicone where it kind of leaked up a little bit. And I did put a little bit of spray, but I think that's optional because at least for the substitute ones, they popped out really nicely. All right, so I'm gonna put this on the tray. Let me get some foil for it first. Clean my hands. And we're gonna pop these in the air fryer. I think this Betty Crocker mix says about 30 minutes. So let's see what all we can make while these are cooking. We're over 5,000 likes. Thank you so much, Daniel. And thank you for the gifts. Thank you so much, Baby Kong, Melissa, Daniel. Thank you all for the gifts on TikTok. Make sure you are subscribed to FoodtokTV. I am with you all Fridays. I'm gonna miss you next Friday. I'm traveling again for YouTube. So, but I'm usually here Fridays at 5 Eastern, 4 Central. All right. So let's line this with some foil. And we're gonna put these in the air fryer. So again, the air fryer is just an oven with a fan, but unlike your regular oven that heats from the bottom and it kind of heats uniform, your air fryer, the heat source is at the top, all right? So it kind of blasts the heat down. So you just wanna be careful. Sometimes things can get darker or crisp up a little faster than you intended, so just watch that. I would say either lower the temperature or lower the time. What else? But it has a fan in there, so it's gonna blow that hot air around the food. That's what helps it cook faster. When you're cooking smaller portions, I love the air fryer. All right, so this is what we have. These are our brownie bites for our sponsor. Let me put flaky sea salt and some nuts on some. And then if y'all want, we can do some chocolate chips. I got some chocolate chips, all kind of chocolate substitutes for you all. We're gonna have some fun today. Let's get some salt. And I don't know if you're supposed to do this after or before, but I have some Hawaiian flaky sea salt. You can use any flaky sea salt, and you want to use flake on the top because it'll actually sit up on the surface. If you use like the table salt, it'll go inside, all right? So this is what I have. So I'm just gonna sprinkle. We'll keep 2 plain. We'll do 2 with sea salt. Hopefully they stay on the top. All right, and then 2 with some chopped nuts. Ooh. We had this nut topping from last week. This is actually ice cream topping, but you know what? Let's go ahead. Put those nuts on there. Of course, if you can't have nuts, omit it. And then let's check the date. I placed another order. These are the chips that we used last week. November 25. If you know, you know. So Lily's is a chocolate brand that I love because it's no sugar added, all right? So real chocolate, but I think it's sweetened. Uh-oh, did it melt? Y'all, it's always, oh my God, it smells so good. And this is salted caramel, but I think it's sweetened with stevia. So just giving you all some options. Again, I'm not a doctor, but if you're diabetic or pre-diabetic and you think you have to avoid chocolate, this could be an option for you. So, you know what? Why not? Let's just go all the way. All right, so we're gonna put this in the air fryer, and at least he has some regular brownies. Now we'll really get cooking on the stuff I wanna show y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna put that at the bottom, and we'll just keep an eye on it, see how they come. I probably should set the timer, because I'll forget. 26 to 28 minutes, let's do Let's do 26 minutes. All right, so going in first, that was just Betty Crocker fudge brownie mix from the dollar store. All right, now I'm ready. I have some no-bake brownie bites that came up in my feed. Let me show you all. We're gonna make a few things today, and we're just gonna try and see what we like, all right? Thank you all so much for coming in here. We're over 5,300 likes. Welcome to FoodtokTV. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I am Maggie the Substitute Teacher. Hold on, I can't do 2 things at once. I'm trying to log in. All right, so let me go over to one of the other platforms. And we have a no-bake brownie bite recipe. Oh, come on. Are we connected? Okay, there we go, back online. So let me go to my playlist. I use social media to get recipe inspiration. I'm always seeing different things come up in my feed, and then you can make folders or you can save, you know, whatever you like. Let's close some of this stuff and try again. But I love that. That way, if I don't have the ingredients on hand, then I'll get inspired and I'm like, ooh, I remember this recipe. And if I've saved it, I can go back. Vicky says, yummy. Yes, I think so too. Let's see if I can find my, there it is, playlist. All right, so I have several, but I have one called recipes. So use social media as a tool and help yourself. All right, here we go. So this one is 3 ingredient. Hello, Jeanette. Happy Friday. Thank you so much for the hearts. 3 ingredient, low carb brownie bites. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Jeanette, for all of the hot peppers. All right. Thank you so much. That was my spicy dance. All right. Should we clean off the counters? I don't think we did, y'all. Let's just make sure everything is clean. I'm a little bit like, okay. you know, not that it matters, but you know, people will be like, did she do that? Is that counter clean or her hands clean? All right. Let me show you all this video, then we'll clean the counters and get started. All right, so let me find it. Let me turn up the sound so y'all can hear.
Today we're doing 3-ingredient low-carb brownie bites. It's going to start with 2/3 cup of cocoa powder and then 1 cup of peanut butter. You can also use almond butter. And then we're also going to do a 1/2 cup. Today we're doing 3-ingredient low-carb brownie bites. It's going to start with 2/3 cup of cocoa powder and then 1 cup of peanut butter. You can also use almond butter. And then we're also going to do a 1/2 cup of maple syrup. And then you just mix that all together. And you're going to scoop it onto your parchment paper in nice little round balls. Place it into the freezer for 15 minutes, and then they're ready to go. So good.
All right, y'all. Y'all saw that. So that's brownie substitute number 1. So let me clean off the counters. So this is a no-bake recipe. This could be a great, easy recipe with ingredients that you probably already have on hand. If you don't want to turn on the oven, or if you don't have an oven, you know, I'm always thinking about, not everybody has access to a full kitchen. You may be a trucker, you may be a travel nurse, you may be a student. And with this recipe, if you just wanted a little bite like after dinner, you could make this recipe and then put it in the freezer while you're eating dinner, or while you're you know, wiping down or washing the dishes, and then it'll be ready for you to go. So let me put this, let me get the brownie bites back. Okay. There we go. All right, so let me wash my hands. We need parchment paper and a little tray. So I've got that. I try to get everything organized, y'all. Okay, confession time. The real reason we are doing these recipes, you all, I am a fool for peanut butter. And I ordered some natural peanut butter, and this massive jar came in. And I was like, we have to use, until you use me up, we have to use this, because if this stays in the house, I will eat it. I will put it on everything, and I'm really trying to watch the calories. All right, so we're gonna be doing, if you are a peanut butter lover, today is your day. So I have a half baking sheet here, and I put some parchment on, all right? And then I have this little like melon ball scooper that we are going to use to put our brownie bites on, all right? So we need cocoa powder. Now I did get this cacao powder, and it says it is healthy, right? Unsweetened, rich dark chocolate taste, which means it's bitter. Y'all already know. But it says that this is a 1-to-1 swap for cocoa powder, all right? So let's see what we need here and the amounts. 2/3 cup of cocoa powder. So let's see. Let's see if I have the regular cocoa powder. I hate to open something new when we have something open, but let's see what we have. All right. Thank you all so much for being here. We're over 6,800 likes. Let's see if we can get to 7,000. Jeanette is here for Team Peanut Butter. If you are Team Peanut Butter, put a peanut in the chat, right? I love that stuff. All right, let's get some cocoa powder. Okay. So this should be a pantry staple for you. This is just Walmart brand baking cocoa, unsweetened cocoa powder. And I have just a little bit left. So I figured let's go ahead and use this up. Jeanette's here for it. Let's use this up, and then we'll top it off with the cacao. Cacao! I feel like I need a bowl to stir this in. Yeah, we need a big bowl. Let's get a big bowl. Okay. So 2/3 cup of cocoa powder. I'm gonna pour this over the sink because it's dusty and it's gonna get on everything. All right. So I'm just gonna loosen this up. Cocoa powder is a great substitute if you want to make your own hot cocoa and you want to avoid the sugary packets of hot cocoa. I'm just stirring this up, y'all, because it gets kind of packed in. You can do cocoa powder, your milk or almond milk, and then like a sugar-free sweetener or sweetener of choice. And then if you want, you can put a couple marshmallows on it, but that's what I do. I'm always trying to find substitutes of the stuff that try to make the stuff that I want to eat using the ingredients I have to eat. All right. Jeanette says, let's get Maggie up to 10K likes. Show some love, y'all. We're at 7,000. I'm just happy y'all are here. I am Maggie the Substitute Teacher. This is Food Talk TV. I'm with you all Fridays at 5. And today we are making lots of chocolate treats. We are making some no-bake, 3-ingredient brownie bites. All right. So 2/3 of a cup. I'm going to pour this in here until it's all gone. Yep. Okay. So how much? That gave us about half a cup. So I am going to now open up. And this is also a great, falling. This is also a great little topping if you're doing like truffles or anything, you want a little dusting of chocolate. It's just not sweet. All right, so now let's open up our cacao powder, and I'm gonna taste it. I'm always tasting. I wanna know what stuff tastes like on its own. So it looks like cocoa powder. Ooh, it smells like dark chocolate. It smells like a nice Ghirardelli. It smells like a good quality chocolate, all right? Compared to cocoa powder, I don't really smell this, but the cacao I can smell, all right? I'm gonna taste that a little bit. And just see, you know, if it just tastes like bitter. It's good, but if you like an intense dark chocolate, it tastes like a dark chocolate, but it's really good quality, like it's smooth. All right, very nice. So cacao it is. So we need to get to 2/3 of a cup. I got a heaping teaspoon. Tap, 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 just like you should tap the screen. We are over 8,000 likes. Thank you all so much. Welcome to Food Talk TV. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie the Substitute Teacher, and right now we are making 3-ingredient no-bake brownie bites. Oh, I forgot to tell you. For this recipe, you will need peanut butter, maple syrup, and cocoa powder. You will need a bowl. You will need a spoon, you will need a scooper, you will need parchment paper, and you will need a tray of some sort. All right? So if you all are following along, we're making this together for the first time. All right, so we have 2/3 cup of cocoa powder. Very nice. Those of you all who use cocoa powder or cacao powder, this is a first for me. Let me know. It seems like it's just a healthier, good quality cocoa powder with all the good stuff, antioxidants. I'm not a doctor, but it says you can make smoothies and shakes. You can bake with it. So who knows? All right. So 2/3 cup cocoa powder going into the bowl. And then what else do we need? We need a cup of all natural peanut butter or almond butter. Okay, so I have this Skippy Natural. This is what I have. I'm not the food police. Do whatever works for you. I just wanted one that I didn't have to stir. You all know that a lot of the natural peanut butters, I mean, I have a stirring device, but sometimes it's a hassle. So I just ordered this one so we could use it quickly. Now, what I'm going to do to make it easy for me, I'm actually going to put this in the microwave. I've figured that out. It just makes it a little bit easier to pour. It makes it nice to drizzle. Thank you all so much for liking and sharing. And for me, it's good to help your portions too. It makes it stretch longer. So if you have a recipe that calls for a tablespoon of peanut butter and you're like me and you get that heaping tablespoon, melt it first and then you can pour out the measurement that you need. All right. So let's get the foil off of here so we don't have an explosion. I'm going to put the whole jar in. Should I put the whole jar in? I need to taste it for research purposes. This is bad. Oh my God, this is so bad. Okay, so we're going in with the Skippy Natural. So you can see it's like thick. Let's see if we put it in for a minute, 30 seconds. Please don't start sparking. Let's do a little quality control. I would take this spoon with peanut butter. I would stick it in this cocoa powder. Okay, we need maple syrup. I have real maple syrup. Since I'm cooking man food, I'm going to use real ingredients, but I'll also show you all the substitute that I have. So good. Okay, 3 ingredient no bake brownie bites. So far, 2/3 cup of cocoa powder. Let's get the maple syrup. Since I'm making these to ship out, I actually got this from the boys' fridge. This is from Walmart, but it says pure maple syrup. So if you can have the full flavor, have some for me. You all know I'm sugar-free, so I'll see if I have my syrup. I thought I had. All right, I don't see it. I have some sugar-free syrup, but it's not maple. But we'll save this because we'll use this later. All right. So let's go ahead while let's check our peanut butter. It's a little bit like jiggly. We need a cup. Let's see if it will. Kind of. Ooh. See what's happening here? It's kind of loosened up on us. I want to put it in for another minute. I'm going to put it in for another minute just to make it really pourable. What happens when I take this spoon out? No, Maggie, no, Maggie, no. Set it to the side. I'll just put it in here. Let's see if I can pour. We're going to call that a cup of peanut butter. And then how much maple syrup? 2/3 cup cocoa powder, 1 cup natural peanut butter or almond butter. So those of you all that have a peanut allergy or sensitivity, use whatever nut butter that you like, all right? So just warming it up a little bit makes it better. Let me put the top. Okay, the top on this. We're gonna use this again. I wanna use it all up so we can get rid of it. And then 1/2 cup of pure maple syrup, all right? Emphasis on the pure. So we have 1/2 cup. So again, this could be a great family dessert. Get the kids involved. So this won't be sugar-free, but like I said, one of my biggest sponsors said he wanted some brownie bites. So we're gonna do like 4 or 5 different versions. All right, maple syrup. They do make a keto maple syrup. If you're diabetic or pre-diabetic, you could use a sugar-free maple syrup. You could probably even use regular syrup and put some maple extract in a pinch, but just giving you all some options. All right, so that's done. And then we stir. Stir and scoop. I love stirring. It's just, you know, cooking to me is therapeutic. This is not cooking, y'all. We're just having some fun. But to me, cooking is therapeutic. We all need something that relaxes us. You know, you have those repetitive motions that you can do. Some of you, it's gardening. Some of you, it is cooking, baking. I even enjoy cleaning, right? Hello, Lexington, Kentucky. Hello, engineer. How are you? Good to see you. I will say hello. That's my preferred greeting. Let's see. Carrie says, if you don't use the whole jar after heating, does it make the peanut butter different later? I don't know, sweetheart. What I would usually do is portion out the thick part and then microwave just that. But we're going to use peanut butter in all of our recipes today, so I'll have to let you know. Okay, so you all can see it's given us like a brownie paste. So we're going to scoop, and then these go in the freezer, all right? So no egg, which means we can try it. Y'all, this is so bad. Oh my God. And I would drizzle these with more peanut butter. It's off the spoon. I just want to taste. I want to taste the batter for research purposes. All right, let's just taste this. Oh, that's good. And I'm not a maple fan, but I think the sweet earthiness of the maple goes really well with the cocoa powder. Y'all, that's good. All right, focus. So we're just gonna get our little scooper and go directly on the parchment paper. That is it. And then I think she said they go in the freezer for 15 minutes. We'll leave them in there longer. But if you needed to make a treat, we're at 10,000. Oh my gosh, thank you all so much. 10,000 likes. Come on in, everybody. Welcome to Food Talk TV. Thank you for tapping and sharing. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. We're making all kind of sweet treats today. These are the 3-ingredient, no-bake brownie bites. And she says they're low carb. I guess they're low carb because there's no flour in these. But to me, the maple syrup is not low carb. People can say whatever they want to. Thank you, Lori Lex, for the badges. Thank you, Lucky. But again, I'm not the food police. But if I were making these for me, I would do like a keto syrup or a sugar-free syrup. But like I said, I am shipping these out. Or if you see something you like, I don't mind. You can inbox me a shipping address and I'll send you a little treat on me. I don't mind to send out Happy Mail. I used to do that a lot, but I've kind of cut back on the cooking. All right, woo! Let's see if we can get 3 more lined up here, and then these are going to go in the freezer. So I probably wouldn't stir it all that well. Look at this big chunky one. It's got a nice little swirl of peanut butter. I'm gonna put that over here in the corner. That one's for me. So greedy. Oh my gosh, y'all. So this is making like 3 times 5, like 15. So this could be a great little last minute, dessert if there's a potluck or something. Let me scrape this up, y'all. And we're gonna get the last one and then put them in the freezer. So it says 15 minutes in the freezer, but I'm sure longer wouldn't hurt it because the longer you have it in the freezer, the harder it gets. And then the harder it gets, the slower it takes for you to eat it, which could be a good thing if you're working on portion control. All right. So let me just put this in here, this last one, and we're going to scrape it down. Who wants the bowl? This one you can have. Cocoa powder, peanut butter, and maple syrup. Somebody wants it. Thank you, Di, for the roses. All right, let's see if I can squeeze this one over here in the corner. It's not perfect, but just kind of ball you up over there. Okay, this is why I don't bake. Oh my gosh, the snacking. All right. So this is number 2. Our first item was the Betty Crocker brownies, in case all of this is terrible. They're looking good. I don't know if y'all can see our brownies are rising in there. We're gonna leave them alone. So this is gonna go in the freezer. 3 ingredients. It smells heavenly. Tweet says, I'll take the bowl. Papa, can you hear me? Y'all, look at what I'm looking at. This one in the corner with this swirl of peanut butter is calling my name. I am so greedy. Sorry, y'all. Oh, you love the kitchen? Thank you all so much. Oh, my goodness. All right. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and put these in the freezer. And we'll check on them in a bit. Portion control, all right? Tracy says you came in late. I'll show you what they are, and then we'll move on to number 3. 1 second. In the freezer. Hold up. Okay. So those were the 3-ingredient brownie bites. I'll show you.
Today we're doing 3-ingredient low-carb brownie bites. It's going to start with 2/3 cup of cocoa powder and then 1 cup of peanut butter. You can also use almond butter. And then we're also going to do a 1/2 cup of maple syrup. And then you just mix that all together and you're going to scoop it onto your parchment paper in nice little round balls. Place it into the freezer for 15 minutes and then they're ready to go. So good.
All right, so these could be a great little treat. Jaleesa says you love the kitchen. Thank you, sweetheart. So Tweet says I'll take the bowl. Yes, absolutely. All right, so that was number 2. So we're doing a no-bake brownie bite. So we'll see how those turn out. They're just gonna be in the freezer until one of y'all, somebody set a timer for 15 minutes, all right? We got a lot going on today. So now we're gonna move into our next no-bake recipe for my sponsor. Let's move this out of the way. Shout out to peanut butter. If you are team Reese's, then put the chocolate and the peanut butter emoji or the peanut emoji in the chat. Y'all, let me show you what came up in my feed. I'm so excited. Okay, focus, Maggie. All right, what are we doing? We're done with maple syrup. Keep the peanut butter. We're done with the cocoa powder, I think. All right. That's the thing. Put it in the sink. Put it in the soapy water quickly, or you'll keep tasting it. That's a problem area for me. All right, so again, that one was a charming abode. If you all want to look up the recipe, that is a charming abode. That's the one with the no bake. All right, so I'm gonna go over to Instagram, or the other app, y'all know. But this one came up in my feed. The real Adam Rose had done a little parody of this recipe from Keto Snacks, and I thought it was, well, no, this one isn't Keto Snacks. I think it's Miss Hollingsworth. So let me show y'all what we're making next. Another no-bake peanut butter recipe, or Reese's recipe. Okay, is that it? We'll go to the real recipe, but let me show y'all the one that came up in my feed first. This is, I don't know if he's a comedian or who he is, but he makes these little parodies and he's hilarious to me. Real Adam Rose. Okay, here we go. I don't know if there's music here. All right, so here's the plan. So he saw these copycat Reese's bites or Reese's bars. So this is what we're gonna make next, you all. Another no-bake recipe, all right? So this is Mrs. Hollingsworth. Let me actually go to her actual recipe, you all, because it's a little hard to see. But I saw that and I was like, ooh, that looks amazing. Isn't he hilarious? We're over 10,000 likes, you all, almost at 11,000. Let's see if we can get to 11,000. Thank you all so much. All right, so this next one is from Mrs. Hollingsworth. She has, y'all just look at, not this one, just look at this page, Mrs. Hollingsworth, like the syrup. It's just, uh-oh. Where is it? It is dessert after dessert. I can't do it. Y'all see what I'm trying to do? Dessert after dessert after dessert after dessert after dessert. We will be here all day. All right, so let's find the one that we're making. She says, I can't believe how these turned out. So this is the Reese's peanut butter slab from Mrs. Hollingsworth, 5-minute peanut butter slab. So let's watch her video. Does she talk us through it? No, it's just music. Okay, so let's see what we need to make this one. All right, so see, they don't tell you, but she's got the recipe in there. So we are going to, I read it, we need almond, she calls it ground almonds, but it's almond flour mixed with, I think, peanut butter. You grind that into a paste, and then you put it into a tin, and then you melt chocolate and put the chocolate, and then I think this just goes in the fridge to set, and then you cut it into these bars. Oh my gosh, y'all. We're at 11,000. Oh my gosh, thank you all so much. Let's see if we can get to 11,500. All right, so we're gonna make the Reese's peanut butter slab next. All right, so let me get a baking, I think I have a loaf pan. Yeah, let's use this. All right. And I guess I'll put some parchment paper in here, or I was thinking even better, y'all. I got these off of Amazon just to make like your own homemade protein bars. This could be good for portion control. So we have these and they would probably pop out really easy. Speaking of popping out, let's check on our brownies, y'all. It's been 26 minutes, all right? 26 minutes, Dougie Fresh, you're on. All right. Ooh! Now this was, oh, they smell so good. This was the Betty Crocker, just regular brownies. I'll put a toothpick in. We did some with some chocolate chips, some with nuts, and some with flaky sea salt. So I'm just gonna put a toothpick in. If it comes out clean, I'm gonna leave these off to the side. Again, if you want one of these, let me know. But I wanted to make regular packaged brownies in case all of my experiments are an epic fail like last week. All right, so I think even if they're a little fudgy on the inside, it's okay. And obviously the air fryer doesn't cook as evenly, but we'll be all right. It looks pretty clean. Let's do, yeah, it's coming out clean. Yeah, they're coming out clean. So let's see, I'm gonna put this on a rack behind me, just let it cool. And again, I did it in the air fryer. The regular recipe calls for the oven, but struggle cook here. So you can see they are not, see how they kind of are uneven? Something tells me y'all would still eat them. Something tells me y'all would still eat these struggle brownies. All right. So these will be our backup plan. Okay, this one wasn't hot. So this is our backup plan. Our nice fudgy, cakey brownies. I'll pop them out. We'll just let these cool. Done. All right. We have our peanut butter balls in the freezer. Now we're gonna make this Reese's loaf or whatever this is. Now I struggle with parchment paper. I noticed she used silicone there. Should we use the slab? I don't have a, all right, let's just use the parchment paper. She used a silicone loaf pan that just pops them out easy. But I'll use some struggle parchment paper. We'll just do it like this. Always fighting for my life with the parchment paper. And I had some binder clips last week. Where did I put them? Those seem to work pretty well. Let me grab them. Okay. All right, so another no-bake recipe for the Reese's slab. So we have ingredients. We're going to dump them into a bowl and mix them up. So I'm going to go get a clean bowl. We're going to put them in here. Then we're going to melt some chocolate and smear it on top. I got lots of chocolate options for you all. So I'm very excited about this. So again, this could be a great one with the kids, or since this is another no-bake recipe, it can be cooling and setting for you while you're having a nice dinner or date night, something simple. Okay, so it's as smooth as I'm gonna get it. So let's get a bowl and let's make this one option number 2 or number 3. I don't know. All right, a bowl. We need a bowl. Shows where everything is out and advanced and organized. This is not that. We are at 13,000 likes. Thank you all so much. Hey, Miss Maggie, says Mr. Rick. Hello, Rick. Thank you all so much for tapping, for sharing. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie on FoodtokTV. I am Maggie the Substitute Teacher, and we are making a Reese's slab. We're making all kind of chocolate and peanut butter treats. So if you're team sweet, today is your day. All right, so the recipe says 1 cup of ground almonds. She calls them ground almonds, but it's really almond flour. I think this is a UK recipe, so their language may be a little bit different. So I just got this from Walmart, just regular almond flour. All right, so you all can see regular almond flour. So we need a cup of this. I'm running out of measuring cups. I'll just, I'm gonna put it in here. It's got some cocoa powder in it, but I think it's okay. I just didn't want to rinse it off, then it'll be wet. I don't know if we need that. All right. So almond flour is basically soaked and ground up almonds. They remove the dark, like the outer layer. So that's what this is. This is a flour substitute in a lot of gluten-free recipes. Gluten comes from dough, and if you can have bread and croissants and all that, I love it. It just doesn't love me back. So if you need to be gluten-free, a lot of people use almond flour. However, almond flour, I wouldn't say is a one-to-one substitute. It is gluten-free, but it's dense because it comes from nuts. Obviously not for you if you have a nut allergy, but you can experiment and make almond flour biscuits and pancakes and all kinds of things. All right, so let's do 1 cup. I'm just gonna do it directly over the bowl. 1 cup here of almond flour. So this is a gluten-free and I guess lower carb recipe. All right, so 1 cup and then 1/3 cup of peanut butter. All right. Y'all, I'm going back in the microwave. That's been working, and that's what I'm gonna do. It's still actually, it's chunked up a little bit, but I think it's okay. I'm gonna go 30 more seconds in the microwave. Just to make it pour easily. And I'm gonna use the same measuring cup that we had the maple syrup in because this recipe calls for maple syrup as well. So I've got this one, it's still a little sticky icky. Yes. Oh, this was 1/2. Where's the 1/3? Doesn't matter, y'all. Will you kill me if there's extra maple syrup? All right, we'll just do a little bit underneath that. I think it might be in the sink somewhere. All right, so let's get 1/3 cup of peanut butter. So just to make it stirrable, so you all can see just after microwave. Hold the phone. Welcome to another struggle stream. All right, let's pour this, not all the way. Let's say that is 1/3 cup. All right, so we're gonna add this, but see what I mean? You could drizzle that on stuff. Just microwaving it makes it go a lot longer. I know, y'all, I know. It's always a struggle over here, but we're having fun. All right, let me just wipe that up. Mom says clean as you go. And let me put the top on the peanut butter. All right, let me just wipe it down. All right. We have a little bit on the bowl. I know, y'all. I know, but thank you all so much. Almost 13,500 likes. Let's see if we can get 13,500. All right, so far, okay, almond flour, peanut butter, and then 1/4 cup of maple syrup. So I do have a 1/4 cup measure. And we're gonna use up everything, y'all. We're gonna use all the sugary stuff we have. So again, since I'm shipping this out to one of my biggest sponsors, I'm gonna use real maple syrup. This is Walmart, but it's real maple syrup. If you want a lower calorie and a lower carb version, do like a keto maple syrup or a sugar-free syrup with maybe a maple extract, so you get that mapley flavor. All right, let's see if we can get 1/4 cup. We're running low. Oh dear. I have some other syrup. Should I give him the sugar-free? Let me just look one more time, y'all. See, this is what I do, and then I find the containers after the stream is over. Do I have the keto maple syrup? Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, I don't. How about some honey? Let's go with honey. We'll use honey as a substitute. I don't want to give him the sugar-free. We're just going to go in with some honey. How much? Like we were almost full. Let's say that much. All right. Real honey. When I'm cooking for others, I give them the real thing. When I'm cooking for myself, I do substitutes. Okay. Almonds, peanut butter, and maple syrup. So this is what we have. We're going to stir it up. Little darling, stir it up. Oh yeah. So this is going to be our like Reese's filling. A little bit like grainy, a little bit like peanut buttery, a little bit sweet. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Wait a minute, y'all. This could really like be like doubled up. But okay. I would probably like quadruple this recipe. But this is what we have. Of course, I'll taste it for research purposes. And we're gonna put it at the bottom of our loaf pan. Honestly, I would do a lot more. I probably should do a lot more. Now that we know, maybe I'll do some more in the bars. All right, let's give this a little taste. See if it tastes like the center of a Reese's, and it's kind of got that grainy texture. Let's see. Oh, mama! Y'all, it's so good. Give it away, Maggie. It's a little sweet because I was extra with the honey. Oh my God. Somebody stop me. This is why. This is why. All right. So it makes like this much. So we're going to put that in the parchment paper. I think I'll do some more and we'll just use the honey. So we're going to use up all this peanut butter, y'all. Like I said, if you want, I don't mind. I'll ship out some Happy Mail. But we cannot keep this around here. It is dangerous for me and my goals. All right, so I'm just going to scoop it off the spatula, and then I'm going to press it down into the mold or the tray. This tray is probably bigger than we need. Oh my God. Something tells me I should do more, but all right, let's just kind of spread it out, see what we can do. You know, theirs always looks so beautiful. Mine's going to look all janky and uneven, but it'll taste good. So I'm just going to try and flatten it out. And then you all can vote. We have some chocolate options. We're going to melt some chocolate to go on top. What does she have? A cup of chocolate chips. So I'll give you all some options. I don't know if my sponsor is watching. If I should have asked him. We have dark chocolate and we have semi-sweet. What do you think is more appropriate for a Reese's? A Reese's is probably milk chocolate. Let's see if I have any milk chocolate. But y'all know they make like a white chocolate Reese's. Jeanette says time is up. Oh, you want me to go get the freezer? Jeanette is ready for her peanut butter balls. All right, sweetheart, let me go check for you. Because when we melt this chocolate, we need to focus. All right, it's in here. I'm just gonna try and smooth it out so that we have a nice clean layer to pour our melted chocolate on. So I'm just kind of dragging the peanut butter and make it kind of smooth. It's not going to be perfect, but what do we call it? It's rustic, right? It's rustic. All right. So I got a little mountain in the middle, but it's kind of, it looks like a speed bump, but I think we'll be okay. Sharon says milk chocolate. All right, let me see if I have some, y'all. I think I might have some in my secret stash. Ooh, no, it's dark. Yikes. Okay. We're probably going to have to do the semi-sweet. So I have this in the fridge, a dark chocolate bar, also Lily's. So this is no sugar added, sweetened with stevia, I believe. And then this one I thought was milk chocolate. It is. It says hazelnut, milk chocolate hazelnut. So it's got some nuts in it. And I don't know if this would be good for our Reese's copycat, but just giving you all some options. We're probably going to go with the semi-sweet. Again, this is stevia sweetened, and it's not all the way dark, but not all the way milk. Dag nabbit, I should have ordered some milk chocolate. I just put a whole bunch in my cart. Okay. Hold the phone, y'all. We're at 14,000 likes. Let's see if we can get to 15,000. Tap and share. Welcome to Food Talk TV. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. When we start melting our chocolate, we have to focus because you all know you got, especially these chocolates are more expensive. So you want to make sure that you don't scorch it. All right. So hold the phone. Let's get out our peanut butter balls and I'm going to try one. Then I'm putting them back in the freezer. These are shipping out tomorrow. I would ship them out tonight if I could because we cannot keep these here. I will pack them up though. Okay. So again, it's cold in my hands. I'm excited, y'all. I'm so excited. So again, if you're just coming in, we did make a 3-ingredient, no-bake,
3-ingredient low-carb brownie bites. It's going to start with 2/3 cup of cocoa powder and then 1 cup of peanut butter. You can also use almond butter. And then we're also going to do a 1/2 cup of maple syrup. And then you just mix that all together and you're going to scoop it onto your parchment paper in nice little round balls. Place it into the freezer for 15 minutes and then they're ready to go. So good.
All right. So it's been 15 minutes. This is why you don't even eat one. Don't do it, Maggie. For research purposes. Okay, so this is what we made. The tray is nice and cold. There was one that had my name on it. Where are you? This one in the corner. Honestly, I would go even harder, like more cold. But this one, we didn't mix all the way, so we've got a little bit of chocolate. This is enough. I'm really thinking, do I want to do this? Yes, I want to do it. Okay. Y'all, sit me down and leave me alone. Sharon says, dip the peanut ball in the chocolate. All right, we took one bite. I'm gonna stop there. Let me put it on a little plate. When I tell you, seriously, you all, it is so rich and fudgy. It tastes like a really decadent truffle, like one that you would get in a store that's like as a chocolatier. Honestly, you all, this 10 out of 10. Now, my struggle chocolate balls aren't really pretty, but I know the holidays are gone, but you could tie like 2 of these in like a nice little foil thing with a bow. And I don't know if it's because they're cold, but because you bite it and it's firm, it takes a while to dissolve. I know, Bestie says, get me some milk. Y'all, a nice coffee. Come on now. All right, hold up. 10 out of 10. Let me just put it on a plate. And I love this little size because for portion control, I'm gonna put this whole tray back in the freezer and just let them stay. But y'all, this right here, if you need a decadent dessert in a pinch and you have cocoa powder, you have peanut butter, and you have maple syrup, y'all can make these. 10 out of 10 would recommend. So my sponsor, I hope you like these. Like I said, if y'all want one, inbox me a shipping address and I'll mail you one for free. All right, so let's put these up. Get them out of sight, out of mind. Okay. Tweet says you don't like the white chocolate Reese's. So now let's move on to our Reese's bar. So this is number 3, sorry. We have our brownies, we have our freezer bites. Now we need to make the chocolate topping for our Reese's bar, okay? I wish I had milk chocolate, I don't. So we're gonna have to use the semi-sweet. So we need a cup of chocolate chips. All right, so I'm gonna use my little gravy boat, my little Walmart gravy boat, and I'm gonna melt these in the microwave, all right? In all seriousness, when you're melting chocolate, you really don't need to do anything else at the same time because it can get away from you quickly. John says, is that 18? I think it made 15 balls. I think it made 15. I think that recipe is a great portion. This one, it looks a little bit small. Maybe we'll make more. All right, so a cup. There's a little bit left. I'm wondering, should I just use it all or maybe use these as a topping for something? We'll figure out something. Ooh, I got an idea for y'all. All right, so a cup of chocolate chips. Now, some people will add like a little bit of, you'll drizzle it. I know. Some people will add like a little bit of coconut oil to make it more. Does she do that? I don't think she does that. Let's see. All right, so see how these reels, y'all, they just go so fast and they don't really show you the steps, but some people will put a splash of like coconut oil in as you melt it, but I don't think she does. Let me just check the, ooh, 1 cup of chocolate chips and 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. Why are my knees getting weak? Okay, we're gonna melt this. And then once it's melted, we're gonna add peanut butter to the chocolate topping. I can't even. All right, let's go in for 30 seconds. Dry. And then with chocolate in the microwave, you wanna microwave it in 30-second increments. And, oh, I didn't drizzle. Was there a drizzle on those bars? We can still come back to that. Let me focus now. You want to do 30 seconds at a time so you can stir up the hot spots, y'all. Thank you all so much for being here. Jeanette says, yum. Go shizzle with the drizzle. Y'all are too funny. All right. So first 30 seconds, it usually takes about 3 of these. All right, so let's take it out so you all can see. So it looks still like chocolate chips, but you can see there's some hot spots in there. So I'm just gonna take a spoon and I'm just gonna kind of break it up a little bit and slowly stir and then put it back in. If you microwave it for like a whole minute and a half straight, you will have like burnt, charred, oops, sorry. You will have like burnt, charred pieces, sections of chocolate, and we don't want that. All right, so I just stirred it up a little bit. Now we're gonna go back in for 30 more seconds. All right, let me put this right here. 30 more seconds going in. And then we're gonna add peanut butter to it. I am so excited. I am so excited. I should not be this excited. I'm getting my peanut butter measure. And let's check and see, is it still, yeah, it's still pourable. Y'all saw what I did last time, but see, it's jingling, baby. So I just got the top on it off to the side. 30 more seconds. Thank you all so much for being here. Yes, you would drizzle. We got lots of ingredients, so we'll do some more drizzling. Oh. All right. This was at the 1 minute mark. We're gonna stir and see how literally, that's probably all it takes. I'll probably do 30 more seconds. I don't know, is this good? I'm just gonna stir, make sure all the lumps are gone. So really it was just 1 minute. Yeah, I think we're good. We have a little bit. Let's do 2 tablespoons of peanut butter carefully. This is 1 tablespoon. Let me just look at the instructions one more time. 2 tablespoons of peanut butter going into the chocolate. All right, so 1, I know, 2. Oh, look, baking is messy. All right. Oh my God, this is just... So we're going to stir the warm peanut butter. It's too much, too much. All right, so this is our Reese's topping. Of course, we will taste it for research purposes. So we're stirring that peanut butter in here, y'all. It smells heavenly. All right, let's taste it. I've never had peanut butter and hot chocolate together. So let's see. Honestly, ooh, it finishes with a little bit of peanut butter. It tastes like chocolate. It's very chocolate forward, but you know how peanut butter has a little bit of that saltiness at the finish? That's what it is. All right, y'all, I'm pouring the whole thing on here. And then I'm gonna try and smooth it out. But especially once you have melted chocolate, you need to move quickly, because once it starts to set, you can't like reheat it and go back and forth. Whew. I'm just gonna pour. I know one of y'all wants it. Make a wish, your little Aladdin chocolate peanut butter. So I'm just going to tilt it. Oh yeah, tilt it and tilt it back. We just want to cover all of the peanut butter with our chocolate. And I think I'll do a little bit flaky sea salt. All right, and then that's gonna go, is it the refrigerator or the fridge? I don't know. So we have this. Oh my gosh, y'all. All right, a little salt, optional, but I'm just gonna put a little bit flaky sea salt on top. You could do nuts, you could do whatever you want. Hopefully he likes it. All right, so let's see, where does this go? Fridge or freezer? And honestly, if you just left it out, the chocolate is gonna harden on its own. Thank you all so much for sharing the live. put in the fridge for 30 minutes. All right, so let's put this in the fridge. Somebody set a timer. All right, I think, all right. There was something else I wanted to do. I'll let you all choose. It's another chocolate and peanut butter recipe. Do we want to keep going? Or I had a pancake recipe that I was going to use to redeem myself from the protein bake. I'll show you all the peanut butter cup recipe. We're in here now. Oh my gosh, y'all, I don't want to overdo it. But let me show you all another real Adam Rose reaction that I saw that just made me like, all right, what do you all think about this one?
Butter and chocolate. Then freeze it. You get the most delicious PB&J bites.
So we're gonna get little muffin tins, put the melted peanut butter, mash some strawberries, put the mashed strawberries in the middle, and then cover it with more melted chocolate, freeze them, and you have chocolate peanut butter bites. PB&J. Do we like that? Oh, Car wants a pancake. I want a pancake too. I need some real food. Okay. So we have that as an option, but I think you all have seen we have so much chocolate and peanut butter. I'll just put this on over here. That's another keto snacks recipe. But I think I will make this Blogilates. Chocolate peanut butter. Oh, sounds so good. But I don't know how well that will ship with real fresh fruit. I always ship on ice, but where is it? All right, we'll do the pancake. So we've got our peanut butter balls in the freezer. We've got yeah, there it is. Okay. Pancakes. Okay, y'all. So if you were with me last week, so we're gonna do one last thing while we're waiting for this peanut butter bar to set for 30 minutes, and then we gotta go because believe it or not, I got another stream I'm doing. Okay. If you all were with me last week, I used this right here, this protein bake, plant protein bake for these applesauce brownies. They were not great. They just weren't. So I didn't want to waste it. It wasn't overly expensive, but it wasn't cheap. So I figured out how to make this into a pretty good pancake. So I'm going to show you all because I saw another recipe that had a secret ingredient that makes protein powder like soft and fluffy. So let me see if I can find it for you. And then I'll just make it. I'll show you all the video after because I want to go ahead and get started. Okay, so we need, we're going to make the batter. And this is plant protein bake. You can also do this with vanilla protein powder, chocolate protein powder. But these are some tips if you've tried to cook with protein powder and you haven't liked it. Robin says bacon pancakes. We haven't done bacon in a while. I usually say that for when the boys are here. Believe it or not, I'm trying to eat lighter. Okay, let's get a bowl. So this plant protein bake is pea protein isolate. So this is a vegan protein bake. It says it's a good flour substitute. So any place you would use this in baking, this could be a good substitute. So the serving size is 3 tablespoons. Oh, let's see if we can finish this. Lord mercy. All right, so you can see it kind of looks like protein powder. Let me get. All right, so this is half a tablespoon, so we need 6 of these. I want to try and use the rest. I'm excited now. I'm going to try and eyeball it. 1. It might be all of it. Yeah. All right, we're just going to use all of it. When I'm cooking by myself, you know, the first time ever I saw your face. The first time I usually measure it. After that, I just kind of eyeball it. All right, so we have our protein powder. There's a little birdie that sings the pancake song. Okay, and then the secret ingredient, and I got this from Blogga Lattes, so I'll see if I can find her video. Tapioca flour. I don't know how, but this gives it like a creaminess. Some of the protein powders are kind of like chewy, like rubbery, but she says a tablespoon of tapioca flour. I believe it's a tablespoon. So let me just wipe this down. So if you have protein powders sitting in the back of your pantry and you're tired of drinking them, you could use them in recipes, and that could be a good substitute for you. All right, so I'm gonna go in with some tapioca flour. So it's kind of like a blend, if you will. And then you also want to use some baking powder. Baking powder will help it rise. A lot of protein powders and, you know, other ingredients, they kind of go flat. So let me grab the baking powder. I think for this, it's like a teaspoon, so not a lot, but I don't really measure it, y'all, like that much. All right, so we have our dry ingredients, and because I like sweet, I'm gonna put a little stevia in the batter. Yes, we're gonna put some sugar-free syrup, but I want it to be sweet on the inside too. So let me grab a couple stevia packets, optional, but I like it. Because this pea protein is not, or whatever I had, it's not sweet. If you have a protein powder that's sweet, you can omit this. So I'm just using some stevia packets. I'm gonna use 2. And I think that's all of the dry ingredients. If you want to, you could do a pinch of salt. Sweet and salt goes well together. This is what I do. I just kind of experiment, y'all, all right? So a little dash of salt. Then I'm gonna stir the dry ingredients to make them as uniform as possible before I add the wet, okay? So if you have a really good protein powder, you may not need all these extra things, but if you have a protein powder that doesn't cook well, try some tapioca flour, try some baking powder, see how it goes for you. Okay. So before I add the wet, I'm gonna make a space here. We're gonna go ahead and get our skillet warmed up so we can pour. This cooks a little bit slow, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. All right, so you just need a good non-stick. Let me move that. Oh my gosh, y'all, we're over 16,000 likes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, welcome to FoodtokTV. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie the Substitute Teacher, and we have made 3 brownie chocolate treats. And then if you were with me last week and you saw the horrendous applesauce brownies, I found a good use for that protein bake. All right, so we got our dry. Let us go ahead and plug this up. Put the skillet, y'all. All right, now I am gonna turn this to a medium low. I'm actually gonna go with low. Let's make sure it works first. We need, for our wet ingredients, egg and milk for sure. Oil is optional, but I'm gonna add a little oil. What I have found, y'all, I used to put oil in the pan and then cook the pancakes in oil. I didn't like that as much as putting oil in the batter and then cooking it on a drier pan. All right, so just giving you all some options. All right, so let's get an egg and some almond milk. Oh, almond milk. If you can have dairy, you can use regular milk. Okay, that's working. Let me get an egg. I got a whole new box. I need to open it. Y'all, that fudge, that's something serious right there. Oh, I can't do this in the fridge. I used a lot of eggs, so I just need 1, but I couldn't open this in there. Great source of protein. I am not a doctor, but I like having them in bulk. Great snack too. Okay, egg, almond milk for me to keep it dairy free, and then I'm gonna use my MCT coconut oil. All right, if you could use olive oil or vegetable oil, that's fine. So we have our dry. Let's go in with our wet. I'm gonna put 1 egg in. Let me make sure everybody can see. All right. I don't really have measurements for y'all. I just kind of eyeball it. I do kind of equal amounts egg and milk. So I would start low with milk and then stir, and then like pancake batter consistency, if it's a little too thick, add more milk. But if you overdo it with the milk, it's harder. Well, you can't go back from that. And then this is the oil that I'm using, MCT coconut oil, like that much. Gives it a little bit of creaminess. All right, so where is our whisk? All right, I'll just stir it. I don't know what I did with the whisk. It's somewhere. So again, in here, we have your protein powder of choice. Some of them are 1 scoop, some of them are 2 scoops. It just depends. Look at the serving portion, but for me, instead of whatever portion I would use to drink it, so if it's a 1 scoop portion or a 2 scoop portion, that's what I would use. And I think this is looking pretty good. It's got some lumps in it like pancake batter should. You could add a little more milk if you wanted to. You could really thin it out and make crepes. But I'm gonna turn this really low, and I'm gonna put a little bit of cooking spray. Optional, but this has worked. A little bit of cooking spray, and then we're gonna put the whole pancake. I'm just doing 1 big one. You could do several small ones, but I'm just gonna do 1 big one. So if you feel like you can't have pancakes, this has been literally, I eat this every day. So I'll drink a protein shake, I'll eat a protein shake as a pancake, and then I have a dessert recipe too. If y'all were with me when we did the soft serve ice cream. All right, so I'm gonna try and flatten this out, try and round it out if I can. And since this is a chocolate day and we have a few left, not perfect, but let's go ahead and use the last of our semi-sweet chips. Should we? We'll make a chocolate chip pancake. You could do this totally regular too. I'm just trying not to get them in the pan so that the top stays nice and golden brown. All right. So I'm gonna let this cook, and I think I'll put the dome on it. Do I have the dome? And I'll see if I can find the video for you all. The key with the pancake, the only issue is you want the bottom to not get too dark, but you want the top you want it to cook through. So we know we need the little bubbles to come through. So I'm just gonna put this top on there and kind of trap a little bit of heat. Thank you so much, you all. I'm glad you all enjoy it here. Okay, so we have our brownie bites. We have our real brownie balls. We have our peanut butter bars in the freezer. And let me see if I can show you all this vlog lattes while this is cooking. I want to turn it up, but I'm nervous because it'll kind of get it, darker than I want, I think. All right, so let me show you all the other recipe that I saw that this is the inspiration for. But hopefully this is giving you all some ideas for sugar substitutes, dairy substitutes, and gluten substitutes, because, if you're having to make some healthier choices, don't think that you can't have this stuff at all, because that's where it just leads to falling off the wagon. Again, I'm not a doctor. Don't listen to me. But, in moderation and with some substitute ingredients, this could still work in your plan, maybe. I'll give it like another minute. If I don't see any bubbles, I'll turn it up. Turn it up. Oh, you all like the cabinets? Hi, Helen. We're doing a lot of stuff today. Right now, we're making a chocolate pancake with a protein powder, kind of like my go-to. Let me see if I can find it for you all. All right. I found it. these playlist vlog lattes. All right, here we go.
This is perfect. I'm going to show you how to make the best protein pancakes in the world. 2 scoops of protein powder, 1/3 cup of liquid egg whites, tapioca flour. This is a real pancake texture so that it's not rubbery. Half a teaspoon of baking powder. Whisk it. Let's dollop it on. Make sure you spread it out. Should be about a minute or so. Grab lighter and put it. Ah! Made about
Fingers crossed for the color.
2.5-inch pancakes.
So she made mini pancakes.
A little bit of organic peanut butter, a bunch of blueberries, sugar-free syrup.
Oh yeah, we're going in.
This protein pancake has 25 grams of protein in this stack.
So this is the inspiration. It's so good. Okay, so let me see how ours is looking. I'm making one big one. I do see some bubbles. All right. So let's see if we can turn it. I'm nervous. I'm always nervous when it's time to turn it because once you get in there, you got to commit. So I'm just going to kind of go on the edge. Okay, that looks good. And it's moving. Try and get the whole thing. Support it. Not bad. Protein powder, all right? So I'm going to put a little bit of, I want to put some butter on it. I got that from Cooking at Pam's place. When you put butter on it, right when you flip it, it kind of absorbs into the pancake. Oh my God. Oh, y'all, it is so good. And to keep it dairy free, we got about 10 more minutes on our protein bars or Reese's bars. This is buffalo milk butter. Thank you, Sean, for the hearts. Sharon says I keep glitching. So let me know if you all can hear and see on FoodtokTV. I don't want to mess it up if it's not happening for everybody, all right? So we're gonna let this continue to cook. We put some chocolate chips on the bottom, all right? So we're gonna go in with some butter on this side. I got this from the Indian grocery store. It comes in a massive block, y'all, so I gotta hack away at it. But this kind of helps it to melt. And then I'm just gonna put the little dome on there. This kind of keeps the heat in so you don't have to crank up the stove, all right? Then we'll put a little peanut butter, some blueberries on it. I'll take a bite. This is my dinner, okay? Because it's really a serving of protein powder. So hopefully that gives you all some inspiration, and then top it with whatever you like. Okay, you don't see any lag. Sharon says it looks delicious. I'm excited. All right, let's start cleaning up. We just need the bottom to cook. Let that do its thing. I have the stove on like a medium low. Emphasis on the low. So it's going to take a little bit longer because, again, protein powder is more dense than flour, but this is giving me the pancake experience I eat every other day, but it's been great. Okay. I have some fresh blueberries. I haven't done this peanut butter and blueberry. So I have some fresh blueberries, so I'm gonna rinse a little of these off. And then when we take this off the heat, y'all, oh my God. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the stove and just let the residual heat melt that butter while we rinse off our blueberries. Y'all, these are massive. We have some big mama jammas. Y'all, these are bigums. I'm so excited. Okay. Oh my God. It's the little things, y'all. This with a cup of coffee in the morning, and you feel like it's a cheat meal, but it's not because it's protein powder, so it's gluten-free. I'm using, real fruit. I'm going to use some sugar-free syrup. Okay, I'm just supposed to have, this is too many blueberries, but I'm supposed to have one handful as my portion. Greedy. Okay. Oh my goodness. Our peanut butter bar is looking good. I'm going to move it towards the back so it can get really cold. It says in the fridge for 30 minutes. We're at 20 minutes. So I'm going to start cleaning this up so we can plate our pancake. Oh yeah. And get our brownies out. I can take the pictures. Let's go ahead and you know you want some. I'm coming for you. Don't you go anywhere. Okay, sorry, y'all. That was a bit much. All right, let me just leave this here. Let's start moving everything out of the way. But hopefully that gave you all some inspiration. You can have a pancake every day, my way. Let's move this off so we can get everything, so we can start taking our pictures. And this was so much fun. I hope our generous sponsor likes the, all right, we're done with this. I'm gonna leave it on the skillet until I plate it, just so it stays kind of warm. I'm just moving everything out of the way. We're gonna get a nice little platter out. We'll bring our freezer balls. Let's rinse these off. All right. I've never had peanut butter on pancakes. Let me know if you all have, but she does. I think she says like a tablespoon of peanut butter, and then she puts fresh blueberries on top. Let's try for research purposes. It reminds me of picking wild blueberries as a kid. Y'all, so good. I'm just happy. All right, move everything. Move it all. Let's get our, still got our peanut butter. With the top on it, it's still kind of pourable, y'all, so I'm excited. This I'm gonna drizzle on our pancake. All right, let's move everything out of the way. Out of the way. Let's get some plates. All right, let's get, I'm gonna get everything beautiful for the pictures. Oh, sorry. Where's the, I'm sorry, that was loud. Sorry for the avalanche, y'all. Okay, let's do the brownie bites first. Now the proper brownies that we made. I'm trying to think. We have bars, we have these, and then we'll do the balls on this one. Okay, don't worry, pancake is coming. I'm just keeping it warm. Because once I eat my pancake, I'm ending the stream, y'all. So I want to get your pictures. So see how the silicone, it just pops right out. And they're still warm. And they're coming up relatively clean. These were Betty Crocker, all right? So regular brownies. I didn't know how any of these other experiments would go. They're still kind of fudgy on the bottom. So 2 with chocolate chips. 2 with nuts. Oh, they feel like real brownies. They got that like crispy top. I don't know if y'all can tell. They've got that nice like crispy top, but they're cakey and fudgy. These are flaky sea salt. Oh my God, y'all. This one has got the crispy brownie brittle edges. All right, so let me just wipe off. So those were Betty Crocker's. And we had some that left a little bit in the corner. So I'll taste it for you. Make sure Miss Betty is still doing her thing. All right. Okay. So janky. Lord, this is not sugar-free, dairy-free, or gluten-free. Maybe it's dairy-free. I can't remember. I would lick whoa. You can tell real sugar. And I don't really eat real sugar like that. Excellent. So here's your full flavor, regular packaged brownies. We could dust these with powdered, sweetener or whatever if we wanted to. Next was the freezer balls. Let's get the freezer balls out. All right. God, it's cold in your hands, y'all. Mine is still over there waiting for me to sit down with a cup of coffee. But let's see if we can plate these kind of nicely. So I can take some pictures. These were our 3-ingredient, no-bake brownie bites. All right, so these have just been in the freezer, and y'all were saying you would drizzle these. They're nice and like hard now. And I think that's great. What would y'all put on top of here? Inside it was maple syrup, peanut butter, cocoa powder. All right, you could make them sugar-free if you wanted to. These have just been set in the freezer. We got 2 extra. I know somebody's gonna eat that or want that. All right. They look kind of plain. I don't know if y'all would do some flaky sea salt. The flavor is incredible. I would say these 10 out of 10 for no bake, 3 ingredient, really easy. If I could, I would probably shape them. Let me see. I'm gonna take one of the ones that are not on the tray. They're freezer solid. Ooh, this one's got a little peanut butter swirl. I'm just gonna see if I can make it more into a ball shape. What do you all think about that? And then you could dust it in some cocoa powder. Do we like smooth? Or do we like rustic? What do you all think? If you were giving these away, I'm giving them away. Should I roll them into balls? I won't do it now, but do we like chunky or smooth? All right. But the recipe, she left them just like that. And then, let me make my pancake, y'all, and then we'll take the peanut butter bars out last. All right, so we have our pancake. Let me get a plate. I'm so excited. All right, got my little janky plate. And I like to eat on the small salad plate because it makes me feel like I'm getting a lot. So we have our pancake, protein powder pancake, and I did put chocolate chips, optional. We have some chocolate chips there. All right. So you could do smaller pancakes and do a stack. Y'all like the smooth ones? I think the smooth one looks better too. All right. So I will do that. I won't do it right now. I'll take a picture as it is, but I thought so too. The smooth would look a little bit nicer. And then you could roll them in, of course you could drizzle them. You could dust them in that cocoa powder, make like a truffle. Show y'all. Take your, let's do it together really quick. Your cacao powder. Let's take the smooth one. And I'm just going to, let me get a separate plate, see how this looks. Actually, it's so janky. I'm gonna get a highball glass. We're just gonna wing it. I'm gonna put some cacao powder in here. And I'm gonna put this in here. Roll it around. And you have like a fancy truffle, which when you bite into it, I'll be here all day. Powdered sugar, cocoa powder, I don't know, cinnamon sugar, whatever you like. All right, so I'll make that smooth. For the pancake, she did peanut butter. So I'm just going to drizzle a little bit. Is it still pourable? Yeah. Dagnabbit, I should have stopped. All right, peanut butter. I had to just make sure it was good. And then she does fresh blueberries. Oh my God, y'all. And then sugar-free syrup. Y'all, this is, I'm no good. We are fasting tomorrow. All of us, all of y'all. Too much. Too much. All right. Let me get my camera. Hold up. Let's get the other bars out. We'll do the syrup last. That way we can get a nice little picture, okay? And this is the one that I'm eating. It's been 30 minutes exactly. Let's get our bars out. See how they look. It said 30 minutes. Of course, you could leave this longer. So we're gonna take this out of the parchment paper and we're gonna try and cut it into little bars. Y'all liked all these recipes? Thank you, Mindy. So again, I use substitute ingredients, but again, if you can have real maple syrup, use real maple syrup. If you need to do the sugar-free, do the sugar-free. If you can't have peanuts, use almond butter. I even saw one with oats. I don't do oats, but you could do oats instead of the almond flour. How did I make the peanut butter pourable? Microwave. I put the whole jar in the microwave for like 30 seconds or a minute. All right, I'm lifting this whole thing out. So you all can see. I want to cry. It's a beauty. It is a beauty. Ah. Okay, let's get a knife. Oh, mama, this is too much. This is too much. There's a reason why. There's a reason why. I'm giving it away. I cannot. All right, so let's try and make some nice bars. I would probably refrigerate a little bit more because it's still a little bit sticky, but it's coming together nicely. And then you could individually wrap these for portion control or gift, or this could be like a whole family dessert while you guys are, cleaning up. Tell the kids, no dessert for you. All right, so we take the edges. You can see the peanut butter is still kind of soft. I would go back in the freezer or fridge, but let's try. Oh my God, y'all. It's too much. It is too much. Gotta go. It's not perfect. I think the chocolate to peanut butter ratio, if I were doing this again, in all seriousness, I would double the peanut butter portion. The chocolate portion is fine, but I would double the peanut butter filling portion. All right, let's see what I can do here. If I can slide the whole thing on a plate. No. All right. I want to separate them, but I feel like I'll mess them up. But you get the idea. I'm going to have to, this is not. All right. So we have your 3 recipes. Let me just clean, because I got a little bit of chocolate peanut butter. So you have your chocolate peanut butter bars. Looks good. Y'all look. Homemade Reese's bars. We're gonna smooth out our truffles and our brownie bites. And a pancake. Okay. I'm gonna drizzle the syrup. We're gonna take all our pictures. I'm gonna taste the pancake. Then I'm gonna let y'all have a good night, because I gotta clean up, because I got another stream. I'm doing a private stream. I'm doing, this is a lot. So good though. Special sponsor, you know who you are. I hope you will like all of these. Let me just clean it. I want it to be perfect. When you have cocoa powder and, little dustings of stuff, it's all good. Y'all would still eat it. Okay, so sugar-free syrup going on. You eat this and you're good. 1 pancake, protein, and you can even use, like she does, egg whites instead of almond milk for even more protein if you want to. But we have our pancake, protein powder pancake with peanut butter and fresh blueberries and everything else. All right, y'all. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Let's take a picture. Pictures of everything, and then they'll be posted. All right. And then we have our y'all. All right, some with the flash, some without the flash. I think I'll do another picture later of the truffles once they're smooth, because now that I've seen the smooth one, these just look, maybe if they were dusted with something, but just on their own, they look a little struggle-rific. We can do better. And then your brownies. All right. Whew. This is a lot. It's how baking is. It's like once you get started, it's like you're committed. We're doing everything. All right, and then I'll just take a picture and a video of everything and let you all have your night. Man. I gotta taste my pancake. That's my actual meal. My one meal. We're gonna do the video. All right, everybody, let's taste this pancake. And call it. All right, just need a fork. Let's see how this is looking. I want to make sure I give you all a nice cross section so you can see our protein pancake. My word. I didn't think I would like the blueberries and the peanut butter. I don't know what it is. It's like there's a slight sweetness and tartness of the blueberries. The pancake tastes like a pancake. Y'all can see it's nice and thick. And I did one big one. There's some chocolate there, some warm peanut butter. Forgive the plate. Y'all. Use your protein powder. Eat your protein powder. This is not the pancake that's going to make you lay down and crash because I'm using sugar-free syrup. Use whatever works for you. But you could have this for breakfast, have a nice pancake, a cup of coffee, and feel good and stay on track. We're done. The peanut butter, y'all. Drink something with it. It's so good. All right, y'all. I'm going to box these up. Special sponsor, you know who you are. If you would like to try one, you can inbox me on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, or Maggie the Substitute Teacher at gmail.com. Give me a shipping address and let me know which one you want because I'm going to forget, all right? I wanted to give you all some recipe ideas that these are going to be boxed up and shipped out tomorrow because these have got to get out of my house. But I hope you all have enjoyed it. Helen says, do the happy dance. It's different when I got to do it on demand. Stuff is falling out, but it's good. I'm just trying to pace myself because this is really rich. A little goes a long way. You could have one and then be good. But yeah, y'all. Oh, somebody sent the Cash App. Thank you so much, whoever you are. I'll have to find it. I use my devices. Let me go ahead and say thank you to them. I use my devices to stream. Oh, that's something else I did earlier. All right, everybody. I'm Maggie the Substitute Teacher. I will miss you all next Friday. I'm traveling to New York. Shout out to New York. I am going to be at the International Fashion Week panel discussion, something, YouTube, JP Morgan Chase, and Diane von Furstenberg. So I'm very excited. I will be in New York. I always make content for you all when I travel. So no stream next Friday. I'll have to make it up on another day. But I will catch you all on the next time. Make sure you're subscribed. And the recipes will be at FoodtokTV.com. My website is teachablemomentswithmaggie.com. We've got a meetup coming up in Atlanta. You can get your tickets if you want to meet me, Lucy, and our students. It's $50 at Eclipse de Luna. Unlimited beer, sangria, all the foods you can have from 4 to 6 on Friday, April 4th. So if you're in Atlanta or want to come to Atlanta, we'd love to meet you. And then if you're interested in my relationship content stream tomorrow, I think at 5 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be talking about marriage. But if you want the private teaching, we have a new wife lessons class that starts Saturday, March 8th. All ladies of all ages, of all relationship statuses are welcome. So if your mother didn't teach you how to be a good woman to a good man, we got a class for you. All right, y'all, that is it. I got to get ready for the next stream. Oh my God. All right, everybody. Thank you all so much. And thank you all so much for over 17,600 likes. Thank you for all the hearts and the shares. Bye, TikTok.